Okay, gather around, everyone. You're going to want to hear this. I'm going to tell you a story from the before times, a time of diamond hands, roaring kittens, and a banana-fueled war for the soul of the entire stock market. This, my friends, is the tale of AMC.
All right, now before we even think about lighting this rocket, my lawyer, who definitely eats crayons, by the way, insists I say this. This is absolutely not financial advice. I'm just an ape with a microphone. Everything you're about to see is purely for entertainment. So yeah, get your popcorn ready. You see, this was never just about some red and green lines on a chart. Oh no, this is a story about a whole bunch of regular people who decided to take on Wall Street, and they were led by their very own Silverback CEO. And their destination? Well, you already know where this is going, straight to the moon.
Okay, let's set the scene. The year is 2021. The world is feeling, well, kind of weird. And deep in the corners of the internet, an army is forming. An army of apes. And their weapon of choice was AMC stock.
And this right here tells you everything you need to know. AMC wasn't just some stock pick. It was practically a religion on the Wall Street's bets forum. Our source here, Benzinga, shows it was always, and I mean always, one of the most talked about tickers. This was the digital campfire where all the apes gathered.
And it didn't just stay on Reddit. No way. This thing went completely mainstream. You had OG apes like Matt Kors getting exclusive deals on Rumble. You had Wall Street vets on the news talking about the apes' core belief, this idea of naked shorting, hedge funds selling shares they didn't even own just to crush the stock. Next thing you know, #Citadel scandal is trending everywhere. The dumb money was fighting back, and honestly, it was glorious to watch.
Look, every army needs its general. And the apes? Well, they found theirs in the most unlikely of places, the CEO's office. Adam Aron was not your typical stuffy corporate guy. He saw the chaos, and he just jumped right in. He became their Silverback.
You see? Adam Aron got it. This tweet from back in early 2022 is all the proof you need. Forget boring earnings calls. The man was on Twitter talking about accepting Dogecoin and Shiba Inu for movie tickets. He knew who his real shareholders were, and it sure wasn't the suits on Wall Street.
And he didn't stop there. Oh, he went full ape mode. AMC's own crypto? He was looking into it. An NFT collab with their brothers in arms over at GameStop? On the table. Selling AMC-branded popcorn at the grocery store? You betcha. This wasn't just business as usual. It was basically a love letter to the apes, and they ate it right up.
And don't think this was all just some big gimmick. Fox Business was reporting that this was a real, actual strategy. The goal was to transform AMC into something more than just a movie theater chain. It was a crazy, bold move to build a company that was literally powered by the people. So you've got this massive army of apes and a Silverback CEO leading the charge. The hype was absolutely unreal. And the apes weren't just holding on for dear life with diamond hands, not selling no matter what. They were betting big. To the moon wasn't just a fun little catchphrase, it became their entire investment strategy.
Now, to really understand just how wildly optimistic they were, we need to talk about something called an option alert. To put it simply, it's when someone, or a whole bunch of someones, makes a huge, out-of-the-ordinary bet that a stock's price is going to hit a very specific target by a certain date. It's basically Wall Street's version of calling your shot from half court.
Okay, check this out. Benzinga reported back in December 2021 that some absolute mad lad placed a massive bet that AMC would hit $95 by March. At the time, the stock was trading at 28 books. That's not just a bet, my friend. That's a prophecy. We're talking a 235% gain in 3 months.
But wait, it gets even crazier. This option alert, also from Benzinga, shows a bet on $145 a share by January. The stock was under $39. I mean, that is a level of diamond-handed conviction that would honestly make a black hole jealous. This wasn't a trip to the moon. This was a one-way ticket to the Andromeda galaxy.
So, that was the story. It was incredible. The roaring crowd, the Silverback CEO, the absolutely insane bets on a trip to the cosmos. It was a beautiful, chaotic, unforgettable moment in time. But after all the rocket fuel burned out, where did the ship actually end up landing?
Because at the end of the day, the stock market, well, it doesn't really care about memes or movements. It cares about numbers. So let's take a deep breath and have a calm, quiet look at the data from June of 2024, with numbers courtesy of Chart Exchange. So here are the closing prices from early June 2024. We're talking about, around $5 a share. Not $95, not $145, just 5. And this number right here, wow, this is kind of the punchline. As of early June 2024, the stock was down almost 54% from the year before. So that trip to the moon, it seems it ran into some technical difficulties.
So what are we supposed to make of all this? How do you reconcile that epic, legendary story with this brutal, painful stock chart? And maybe that's the real lesson here, understanding the massive difference between the story and the stock.
Because on one side of the coin, you have this glorious story, right? Apes together strong. A giant middle finger to Wall Street. It was all for the memes, for the movement. Diamond hands forever. But on the other side of that coin, you've got the cold, hard numbers. A stock that cratered. And while all the apes were holding on for dear life, the insiders, well, let's just say they were selling.
So what's the real takeaway? I mean, was the treasure really the friends and the memes we made along the way? Or was this whole thing just a multi-billion-dollar lesson in what goes up must eventually come down? A lesson in gravity?
I genuinely want to know what you think. Was this a revolution, or was it just a bubble? Drop your thoughts down in the comments below. And hey, if you enjoyed this little trip down memory lane, you know what to do. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and definitely ring that notification bell so you don't miss the next one. And if you feel like you're ready to start your own investing journey, hopefully with a little more perspective now, go ahead and check out the links in the description for Public, Webull, or Moomoo. They've always got the latest sign-up promotions. Thanks for hanging out. I'll see you on the next one.